Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu says his priorities include improving infrastructure, ensuring compliance with financial regulations, exploring alternative energy sources, and securing energy independence. But some critics say the prevailing economic conditions are making life difficult for citizens. This prompted labor unions to threaten indefinite strike action to press on their demands for measures to cushion the effect of the ongoing reforms by the administration. For analysis of the latest developments on the government's economic reforms, usually called Tinubunomics and more, we are joined live on the show by Chief Sunday Dari. He is Nigeria's immediate past Minister of Youth and Sports, a veteran journalist and author. Hello, Chief Sunday.
Clote, good afternoon. Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you. So let me ask you, the president has launched reforms across the board to, as he says, improve living standards. But people are saying things are difficult. Nigerians are saying they can't afford 3 square meals and that things are really, really tough. You are a Nigerian, a former journalist, a veteran journalist as well, a former minister. What is your take?
Well, I think that it's important that we set our eyes on what the reality is. And the reality of Nigeria's situation is that the country is in dire need of reforms. But beyond that, it's in dire need of a leader who has the courage and the clear vision to be able to chart a critical path out of where we have found ourselves. And you know, they say that when you're in a hole, you don't keep digging. You need to find every way, a raft, whatever it is, to get yourself out of the hole. And that is what is happening now. You have a president who has decided to hunker down and take the very hard decisions that are necessary. And, you know, these decisions, when you see them, you think they inflict pain. And you know the cliche is that if there's no pain, there's no gain. But let me add some substance to that. The president, during the campaign for presidency, several clips, there's a very specific clip that he spoke about the problems of the country, that he was signing up for a tough job, and he will face up to it. He also sent signals when last year, barely a few months into his presidency, he addressed the Nigerian Bar Association National Conference in Abuja at the Dome, and he spoke very frankly. He said, listen, we're going to have to really take tough decisions and hard decisions down the road.
Talking about tough decisions, there was subsidy removal on petrol,
yes,
and electricity or power generation or energy. Some people are saying that is the beginning of the trouble of the economic difficulties they face, and that is what prompted.
Well, you know, those decisions accentuated the difficult era, and that's because you had the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who chose to travel, to take the road less traveled. Presidents before him had basically avoided taking these tough decisions. But also, when you look at it, he took those decisions because they were necessary. They were also timely because time was running out. But he's also rolled out several policies and initiatives. For instance, unprecedented. You have the Emergency Economic Sustainability Act or Bill, which he has put forward, and we're drawing from that. You have also several other reforms coming alongside that. You have the NEL Fund for our students across the country, a well-thought-out program. You have the CNG, which is the alternative energy, almost 150 billion for that. You have also taxes, about 50 taxes that we had before have been reduced to 10 taxes. So we're having both social welfare programs, but also attempts to lessen the burden on the population of our country. Now, when you look at what has been the impact so far,
I was going to ask you about the impact, because people are saying their belts that are being tightened is too tight for them.
But let me take you to Indonesia, because when you look at it, several other countries, especially Indonesia, had also the same problem: years and decades of subsidy, and then in 2015 they decided to remove subsidy on oil and gas. And what happened? It was a shock therapy. You needed a shock therapy to get out. That's the same thing we're experiencing. What happened to Indonesia? In 2015, they took it out. And then we had the same pains, high cost of living, etc. And then eventually, the story changed 7 years down the road. It became from shock to stability, shock to political stability. And we're in that phase right now. What happened? They increased local refining capacity. Nigeria is on that path. You have the Dangote refinery coming on. You have the President Tinubu, has said, sell NNPC, sell crude to them in Naira. You also have Warri, Port Harcourt, and Kaduna refinery in line for privatization. All these four combined in several months and a year down the road will give us a refining capacity that's about 50%. So we're going to have some kind of stabilization in the oil pricing. And several other efforts are ongoing. Just like the Indonesian experience, Nigeria will move from this shock therapy that we're having now